Well, hello everyone. Could you please confirm that you can see and hear me well? You can add your pluses in the chat box. Okay, nice. I see your feedback. Thank you. We will start in some minutes later. Let's wait for other participants to join us. Yes, the webinar will be in English. It is especially for international students studying at HSE who don't speak Russian and would like to get information in English. So if you are a regular Russian-speaking student, you may watch our video recording on our YouTube channel, or we had a webinar 2 days ago, or you may join our next webinar, which will be held on next Tuesday. So, okay, it's 5 p.m. already, so I think that we may start. Well, my name is Valeria Sokolova. I'm the manager of the Student International Mobility Office, and today I'm going to present you international mobility opportunities, exchange opportunities for HSE international students. As a manager of the Student International Mobility Office, I'm going to talk about only university-wide agreements. If you are particularly interested in the faculty level agreements or campus level agreements, you should contact relevant officers. Okay. So I think it's clear. Could you please confirm that you can see the website, the screen which I'm sharing now in the chat box? And let's also fix that you will ask your questions in the question section. It is the icon on the upper left corner of your window. So I think that you see it. Okay. Do you see the website, the screen I'm sharing now? So I hope that you see. Okay, let's start. So this is the main page of our website about student exchange opportunities, which are available for all the HSE students, no matter what campus you are from, or what is your faculty, level of study, or your citizenship. So these opportunities are for all the HSE students, including international students. So on our website, you may get a lot of useful information about exchange opportunities, again, on the university-wide level. So taking part in our call, you may become an exchange student in one of our universities, one of our partner universities. But again, it will be university-wide agreement. So speaking about information, here you can see the information divided in blocks. At this step, you will need information about our call, our current call. So on the right slide bar, you may see some useful links, like apply for an exchange program. Clicking on this link, you will get to the page where procedure of applying is described. Besides, you can check here our contacts, and you may follow us on our social webs in Contact and YouTube. Besides, if you have any questions regarding participation in the mobility programs, you may contact us on our email studyabroad@hse.ru. Okay, let's check here. To become a participant of an exchange program, you should follow some steps. First, please check the requirements if you are eligible to apply. As I have already said before, any student of the HSE University may apply and become an exchange student. But there are some requirements to your level. If you are a first-year student, you may also apply, but let's say that you will have less chances as you have not yet some rating, as you haven't passed your session exams. That is why you don't have any academic achievements yet. Second step is to choose an appropriate mobility program. How you can do it? You will need to check our catalog of programs. When I say program, I mean catalog of universities. These are our partner universities who offer exchange spot, exchange places for the students from HSE. Information is divided in countries and is presented in the form of, let's call it a card of a university. As you can see, the card consists of some levels. Here you can see the fields of study. You should select the university based on your current field of study. So if you are a journalist, probably it won't be reasonable for you to choose mathematics or economics. That is why you should try to look for something very similar to your current field of study. Besides, here we see information about requirements to the level of studies. Most universities offer courses for bachelor and master students. Information which you also should pay attention to is the language of instruction. Again, most universities provide courses in English. Some of them, especially in CIS countries, offer courses in Russian. In order to study in English, you will need to prove somehow the level of your English or another language if they require so. Information about this requirement is also provided in the card. Besides, you may see here how many spots are available in a particular university, and also some additional information about exchange program in this exact university, which is usually provided in the fact sheet. If you don't see any fact sheet uploaded for a university, you may try to check the website of the institution, and usually you may get all the relevant information there. Otherwise, you may apply to a coordinator of the university, contacts of whom you may find on the fact sheet or on the website. Or again, you may apply to us to get additional details if you don't manage to try anything useful for you. As for the course software, you may also get a link here. I will show you how it may look. So here we can see, for example, a spreadsheet with a list of courses and credits for each course. Okay. Besides, here we can see some additional details about necessary health insurance or housing provided. Most cases, universities have some dormitory on the campus, but usually, especially universities in Europe, offer some services which support students in searching for accommodation. Okay, let's check if we have any questions in our question box. So, studying in HSE University in Japan requires confirmation of the student's English level. Among the options is the following: the certificate is absent. However, I would like to ask whether the independent English test result will suffice. Otherwise, an IELTS or TOEFL result. First of all, HSE University is the faculty level agreement, so you will need to contact international office or Office for International Relations on your faculty, on the Faculty of World Economics and Politics. I will show you how to find contacts of the relevant office on your faculty. We should go back to the main page of the website. So here we can see the section Other Opportunities, where we may find contacts of all the level and campus, all the faculty and campus international offices. For example, faculty level exchange HSE Moscow. And we get to the page where we can see contacts of international offices of various faculties, like Faculty of Economic Sciences, Graduate School of Business, Faculty of Social Sciences, and so on. You just need to scroll down and try to look for your own faculty. You may apply to these persons if you need to get more information about faculty level agreements. The same is for campus level agreements. We have a separate page for HSE St. Petersburg. They have their own website where they present exchange opportunities for the students of their campus. And the same is for HSE Nizhny Novgorod. So here's their page. Again, if you don't manage to find anybody's contacts, you may apply to our mail and we will provide you with the relevant contact details. But speaking about your questions about document confirming your level of English, usually if a university doesn't require some specific certificate like IELTS or TOEFL, you may provide another document, for example, result of the HSE independent English test or result of another test. But again, you will need to check with the international coordinator on your faculty. Or you may try to apply directly to the foreign university you are interested to apply in. Okay, if we don't have other questions, we may continue. Let's look closer to the package of documents which you will need to apply. It is the section which is called Prepare the Documents. The first and the most important document is the application. Here we can you may download here a form of the application. We have here a sample. Let's look at it to have an idea what to do with it. So as you can see, this document is prepared in English and in Russian. As an English-speaking student, you may prepare it in English, of course. You should put here the universities you would like to apply to, and you should list them here, indicating the period which you would like to study there. And you should sign to get an approval of this document in your study office. There is a special section for it. So first you need to fill the necessary fields and then get an approval from your study office. Well, another document in the package of documents is the mobility budget plan. You will need this document to show us that you are ready to your mobility program, that you know that you will have some additional expenses, that you will have obligatory expenses like visa fee, air tickets, expenses for insurance and accommodation, and some unexpected expenses. You may make this document based on the information which you may find on the website Nambio, where you may get an idea about cost of living in various countries. You just need to select the country and then you will get an information about approximate costs there. Another document is the motivation letter. It is composed always in English. We recommend you not to make it very big. 500 words will be quite enough. Well, we don't have any special recommendation for this document. We just have here some technical details. But motivation letter, let's say that it is a good chance for you to express yourself. To tell the Commission why you would like to participate in the mobility program or why you would like to apply to a particular university. Okay, next document is the individual study plan. In order to prepare your study plan, you need to check in the course in the catalog of courses are offered for a university, which disciplines they are offering in the semester you would like to study. And then after you make the list of your courses, you need to get an approval from your study office. Next document is the language proficiency. Here we can see a list of recommended documents. It can be an official language certificate like a TOEFL or IELTS, but not all the universities require these documents, require this certificate. If you don't have any of these certificates, you may prepare a Europass language passport, which should be signed by your HSE foreign language professor. Here you can download templates in English or in German, but you may also prepare this document for other languages as well. Besides, you may provide the result of your HSE independent English exam, but it is eligible only for bachelor students. You may also provide scan or diploma supplement, but it is again this option is available for master students who graduated from HSE bachelor programs. Maybe you have some other certificates which you may use in order to prove the level of your knowledge. But you first we would like to ask you to check with us whether it is possible to provide them to prove the level of your English, for example. And another document which is optional, it's a recommendation letter. Recommendation letter is made in English, and it may be prepared or just signed by any professor or administrative staff of HSE. Not any random person from, for example, a company where you had internship in, but only from HSE. Okay, let's check if we have any questions. What if I'm accepted to a program but I realize that I cannot go in spring? Can I reapply? Are there any penalties if I unexpectedly cannot go? If you have been already nominated but you suddenly decide not to participate, you just need to inform us and also the university you are nominated to, you have been nominated to, that and inform about your decision not to participate. Of course, there won't be any penalties, there won't be any subsequences. You just realize that you cannot go. That's all. It's not a problem at all, but you need just to inform. Depending on the university, sometimes it is not necessary to reapply. You may postpone your participation in a program for the next semester, for example. If university allows it, if your study office allows it, and international office of your home university allows to postpone your mobility, you may do it later. And of course, if your study process allows. For example, if you are on your last course, it won't be possible probably to postpone your mobility program. Okay, next question. If I don't have certificate of HSE exam or other certificates, can I use my diploma? Because my bachelor is a teacher of foreign languages. No, you cannot use your diploma, but do you already have your diploma? Is it a diploma from another university or HSE bachelor diploma? you see, if you don't have any certificates or don't have any other options to prove your language, you may provide an academic certificate from your study office if your study program is offered in English, for example. Besides, I have seen that some universities allow to provide results of Russian единый государственный экзамен, so EGE test results. In order to get these results, you will need to apply to your school or to region where you pass this exam, and you may get results of this exam and provide them as a proof of your English knowledge. So it can be an option for someone. But again, it's for Russian citizens only. Okay, next question. Regarding the language of the request, is it okay to fill it out completely in English? The question arose as the example of the website requires to write down the name of the program I'm currently studying in Russian language. If you speak about application, it should be made in English. I think that you can find a translation of the name of the program. I don't think that it's a big problem to get a title of it. So all the documents which you use to apply to the mobility program call are made in English. That's all. That's a general rule. Okay, next questions. It's in another university. Well, I think you speak about your bachelor diploma. Could you please send an email to us, and let's check. Let's study your case closer. Okay. Again, guys, please don't ask your questions in the chat box, just question box. You may use chat section for, I don't know, exchanging messages or leaving your feedback, but not for questions. Okay, as we don't have other questions, let's continue with our website. So, as for procedure of applying, in order to apply, first you need to prepare all the documents. You need to make just one PDF file for each university, and then you will need to upload these documents in the single window service in LMS system. So this is how it looks. You will need to log in, and after you log in, you will see a button here which you should use to apply. Just press here to apply, and you will get to the section where you may upload your documents. You will need to fill in some fields. The rest of the information will be added by the system itself, as they already have information about details about your rating, about your grades. So this information will be added by the system. Again, if we speak about the university-wide agreements and our call, you may apply just to 3 universities. You should list them on a priority basis. So first you put the university you are most interested in, or the university you have most chances to get to. Then you put your secondary choice and the third one. You can fill in just one application. Unfortunately, you cannot apply twice or more times, doubled applications just will not be processed. They will be deleted by the system itself. Please check that all the information which you have provided is correct before you submit the application, because after that you cannot make any changes. And please bear in mind that incomplete or false applications will be discarded as well. So first you need to prepare the documents, then you will need to upload them in your LMS system before the deadline. The deadline is September 21 and it is 6 p.m. I would like to recommend you to do it beforehand, because if you go there in the last minutes, the system will be overloaded, and usually it is totally impossible to do something in this window in the last 5 minutes or even in the last hour before the deadline. So please prepare documents in advance and do everything before the deadline. Okay. What questions do we have? Again, we don't have any questions in the question box. Okay, so we may continue. Well, in order to have an idea whether it is possible to be nominated to win in the call, you may check the page Rate Your Chance, where you may see the results of the previous calls, the calls for the previous semesters. Again, you can see here the requirements, and we repeat here that all the students are eligible to apply. Usually you may participate just during one semester, but in some cases your mobility program may be extended, but prolongation should be approved by your study office and the receiving university. So if we click here, for example, for a corresponding period like spring 2022, just to get an idea of the previous call, as here we have call for spring 2023. So here is the application statistics. This is how it looks. We can see that most popular university was Pompeu Fabra University, it is Spanish university, then it was Ludwig Maximilians and Uppsala University in Sweden. So here you can see all the statistics, number of applications, number of students applied, number of participants, number of universities participating in the call, and number of countries. So this page also will also help you to rate your chances. Okay, what other information I may provide you with? Again, about our program catalog. This call, we don't have many universities, as due to unstable political situation, some universities decided to, especially European ones, decided this cooperation with HSE. That is why, as you have already seen probably, we have a lot of Asian universities call, and universities from CIS countries, for example, from Kazakhstan. If we expand all the list, we can see here something about 29 universities with 130 spots in them. Some universities have no spots there. It means that I will show you. You will see just 0 there. It means that this university, unfortunately, is not available in this call, but maybe it will be available next call. It means that it's not possible to apply there. Maybe it will be available later, but I cannot say now when. Okay. Is it possible to provide HSE bachelor diploma? HSE bachelor diploma to provide for what? To confirm your English knowledge? Yes, you may do it. You may apply. You may add a supplement to your diploma, confirming your level of English. That will be okay if you mean it. And Erasmus Plus opportunities available this year. No, unfortunately, this option is not available this year. It was taken a decision by the European community that it will not be available for Russian citizens, not for Russian citizens, but for students from Russian universities during this academic year, 2022-2023. Maybe it will be available next academic year, but we don't know yet. We will get this information only after February, maybe, but not earlier. Unfortunately, for this academic year, we don't have any scholarship, even from endowment fund. Okay, next question. Is there a limit for applications, or can we basically apply to every university with the appropriate program? No, you may apply just to 3 universities at one go. That's all. Besides, don't forget about faculty level opportunities or campus level opportunities on your faculty or campus. You may take part in the university-wide call and at the same time on a faculty or campus level call. It is not prohibited for HSE students to take part in both calls or even, yes, on both calls. But if you are nominated to university in both calls, you will need to select just one university and to inform the international office as soon as possible in order not to take the place. Are there any guarantees that foreign universities will not stop the cooperation with HSE University? Maybe some special agreements? Unfortunately, there are no special agreements. This spring, we faced quite an unusual and very unpleasant situation when university, where our partner universities, in spite of our agreements, in spite of long-term cooperation, decided suddenly to freeze cooperation with us, just basing on their political considerations. They just decided that it's not very safe for Russian students to go there, and they freeze the cooperation with Russian universities. That's all. And of course, there are no any guarantees. Usually they warn us beforehand, and all the universities which decided to stop cooperation with Russian institutions, including HSE, they have already informed us about it. We don't know how the situation may develop, but we may guarantee just for now that the universities listed in the program catalog and our program catalog are available for Russian students. That's all. If there are any changes, you will be informed, of course. Okay, shall I just download my PDF TOEFL certificate or any additional steps are needed? No, you just, if it is possible for you, you need just to download it, and that's all. And you should add to your package of documents when you are applying. That's all. There are no any additional steps. The list of documents is very clear. There are just 6 documents, and one of them is optional. It's recommendation letter, and you don't need to add anything else. Just these 6 documents. It will be enough. If there are any specific requests, they will be later, and they will be from the university you are nominated to. If you are nominated to some universities, sometimes they may require some additional documents, additional certificates, but again, it will be later, after the process of nomination. That's all. Can I apply to the mobility next semester if I just entered to master program? Yes, you may apply, but as I have already said before, you may have less chances because you don't have any academic achievements yet, and your rating is 0. So probably it just lower your chances. But of course, you may try and apply. Well, Anastasia, I think that you shouldn't worry. Everything will be fine. Let's hope for that. Otherwise, you may try to apply next year, maybe, when the situation improves. Okay. Is there any requirement in which order to place documents in a single PDF file? If you look to the list at the list of documents, you may already have an idea about the order. First, you put your application, prepare your documents. So first document is your signed and approved by your study office application. Then you add your mobility budget plan. Then you add your study plan or motivation letter, your English language certificates, and your recommendation letter. Please pay attention to the fact that you need to name the file with your surname and the name of the university. Again, you should prepare a single PDF file for every university you would like to apply. It may be just 3 universities at once. So if you are going to apply to 3 universities, you need to prepare 3 separate PDF files, 1 file per each university. Shall mobility budget plan be in English as well? Yes, the form is already in English as far as I remember. But I don't think that's very difficult to make it in English. It's very easy form with just some fields like visa, air tickets, accommodation, some additional expenses, and that's all. Can I use the statement that my program is 100% on English instead of certification? Yes, as I have already mentioned before, you may provide an academic certificate, certified, signed by your study office, where we may see the list of courses which are offered in English, and maybe see your grades for them. If your program is 100% in English, if you can get any approval of it, yes, of course, you may use it to prove your English. But again, this will work just for universities which don't require any specific certificates like IELTS or TOEFL. If they don't require it, you may get this proof that your study program is in English. It's totally in English. Okay, do you have other questions, guys? Okay, I think that if we don't have other questions, we may wrap up our session. If you have questions later, you may apply us, you may contact our office anytime. Again, I will show you where you may find the contacts. On the right slide bar of our website, you may follow our social pages. You may also follow our channel in Telegram. I don't know why we don't have a link here there. Besides, you may take part in the group consultations with former mobility participants. We'll have a question again. When can I apply my documents if I entered my MA now only? Well, you may apply this call, but again, you will just have less chances. But of course, you may try and apply, because there may be situations that there will be just no other contestants with you. Maybe you will apply to the university where will be no other application from other students, so you will be just the one. So, and you may win. That will be fine. But we may recommend you to apply later. We will have another call in spring, which will be held from 10th of February to approximately 10th of March. The call for the next fall semester, fall 2023. And there you will have more chances, as you will have passed your session already to that date, and you will have more chances because of that. So, and the second time to do it will be, yes, spring. And then again, you will have time to apply in the call for the next spring, on the spring 2024. So you still have time to apply 3 times. This call, the next call in spring, and next call in fall, next fall. So you still have a lot of opportunities. Well, I got an information that some of the students cannot get to our webinar. So every document we present shall be in English. What about individual study plan done by the study office? The individual study plan may be prepared in Russian, but usually it is also prepared in English. It's not a problem again at all. So, as we don't have other questions, I think that we may finish. The record of this video will be uploaded to our YouTube channel, and we will send you the link in the email. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for your questions. If you have other questions, you may send them to our email, and I will be very glad to answer them. Okay, again, thank you. And I wish you good luck with the participation in our call. Goodbye.